So yeah, I didn't want to leave Chelsea, but an incident happened the following season. And then, remember we went away again for pre-season, preparing ourselves for the coming of really being in Division 1 still. And where we played and trained, we had a curfew. And the curfew was that if you went out down the road, you'd be back by 9 into the dormitory where we were staying. I always used to go with the young players, the apprentices, and have a word with them, chatting in the rooms, and you know what I mean,
having a laugh and general chit chat.
Tell them, yeah, your time will come. Keep doing what you're doing. Then we heard this like little ruckus outside the windows. We was above. I looked out, and we saw 3 of first team players making their way back, and it was the assistant, Ernie Wally, that he was giving it to them. He laid into them boys.
Saying under no circumstances this is acceptable.
This is not acceptable. Your first team players, we've given you a curfew. You've come in and you're drunk.
How drunk are we talking?
Oh, they were drunk. Now, when I say drunk, the situation now, Eddie's gone now. I've opened the window. Boys, you got a little toad off there, didn't you? Hey, you know, a little banter was we
little bit of banter.
Yeah, but this individual, he said, look, shut up, you black cunt. Ooh. You know what? I know you're drunk.
And this is one of the senior players, one of your teammates.
This is one of the senior players.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, shut up, you nigger. No, it wasn't that. Seriously, I know you're drunk. Sleep it off. Took me. And I said, sleep it off. And I really wanted the 2 other teammates, you can hear him. Why aren't you stopping him? So I was a bit upset there. But I said, look, forget that. Go on. He said, shut up. Come down there. I'll show you. Then I'll tell you in your face, you nigger. I looked at the young boys. I looked at Dubbers. I looked at Jonah. I said, enough is enough. Let me go down. And they was trying to hold me back. Kenneth, please don't do it. I said, no, enough is enough. Let me go down. So I went to this individual and I went in his face and said, say that again. And he tried to say it again and I knocked him out. Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, he was drunk. I wish he wasn't because I had some blow to give you, mate. But he was out. And I thought, you know what? He's going to wake up in the morning and realise what he's done. That's all I can say. He's got to realise what he's done and why he got that. Well, it was our last day. It was Friday. So we was receiving like breakfast to get onto the coach and return back to London.
Like your packed lunches and whatever.
Yeah, kind of thing, you know. So I'm there with the youth boys again, and one of the lads, Quiff Jones, pardon me, was in front of me, and he said, Kenneth, oh no, well, you guess what? I said, he's coming again. I said, don't worry, I'll knock him out again. Don't worry about that. No, but Kenneth, this time, he's got a golf club. I went, what? I said, hold on. I said, look, just tell me when he's there. Now, what we had was, at this dormitory, we had the trays. So, whilst Jonah was there looking, he's giving the warning, he's there. And I turned around and blocked the golf club.
What, he's actually swung the golf club?
He swung the golf club. And I blocked it. What? And I blocked it, saying I've held him again. I'm about to give him a right to swing. Ernie Wally, assistant, he's come and held me, and he's given me a half Nelson. Well,
what happened to the man swinging the golf club?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Nobody. I must have let off in this place. Nobody's heard me curse. Nobody's swearing me because I'm usually quiet. But I let off. I was so angry. I couldn't believe this boy was going to do this, and I'm being held. Hold on, calm down. So I remember that I was driven by our physio, Norman Meadows, who was an England physio as well at the time, but I was driven home by him in his car while that player was in the coach for the rest of the teammates. I heard along the line that he had went out and got a brick and carried in his bag he was going to use if I came on the coach at the time. But anyway, all I was thinking, you know what, this situation is going to be be dealt with. This issue, it's got to be dealt with. And I thought, well, yep, got to go in and see the manager. Simple as that Monday. That's what I'm expecting. So weekend, you got to think about it. But Monday came, 9 o'clock, got a phone call. I answered the phone, and it's my manager at the time. And it was John Hollins that took over because John Neal was apparently being ill. And then telling me about, how you doing, Paul? He's all right. I said, yeah, I'm cool. I'm thinking he's about to, bring up the incident, and I think they die. We don't want you to return back to Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, and we don't want you coming up to the training ground. And I went, oh, okay. All right, yeah, I understand. But then I went, wait a minute. If I'm not to return to the ground and not to the training ground, how am I going to get trained? I've still got 2 years on my contract. I think, hold on a minute. Next year, after half an hour, I got another call, which was another assistant, Ian McNeil, I think it was, which was assistant to the John Neal. And he's coming to tell me, Canis, man, how do you fancy going down to Millwall? I went, are you taking a fucking piss? I've just taken a racism from Chelsea for 3 years, and you want me to go down to Millwall, who are notorious? I said, look, bruv, get off my phone. Get that off my phone. Sharp. So now I'm understanding, well, hold on, what is going on there? So now the phone call's gone, it's Frank McClintock, and he's at Brentford. He said, fancy come and play some football. I said, you know what? I just want to play football. I'm a pro. So understand this, Frank, Brentford, they're in Division 3, but I don't care. I just want to play football. So I've gone down there. And I remember it so well. I've gone there, and I got on the pitch with the boys. I remember distinctly a young lad, Roger Francis. I remember Joe Francis, if you remember, he played for Wimbledon back in the day. So this was his brother, and he was playing right back. Now, that's what they were doing. They was doing these set pieces, and I was getting the ball. And what he wanted Roger to defend it and drag me more or less in central, where he had the centre arse. They would kind of squeeze me out. But every time he tried to do it, I dropped the shoulder and went on the outside. And I did it so many times. Oh, Frank gave him a right rollicking. I was so sorry for Francis. But 2-2, finish training, go back in the office now, let's talk business. He said, yeah, we're up for it. We want you here. What do you want? Now, you imagine now.
Did you have an agent at this time?
I ain't got an agent. That's what I'm saying. I've got no agent, don't know, no idea. What am I asking for here? My head is thinking 100 miles an hour. And so what do you want? I'm like, well, from my past wages, I'll ask a bit more. So I want this amount every week. And I want this amount signing on fee. And I want a car. I thought, yeah, I'll put myself right in that one.
It's a good deal. This is a good deal.
It's a good deal. Come on, you get me that. Quality. You're getting me quality, son. So he's going to come back. All right, look, put it like this. We can give you what you want, man. We can give you that amount of signing on fee. I said, fucking I've done well. But we can't give you a car. What? But what we can give you, we're doing some apartments right outside the ground. You can get hold of that. I went, you know what? I'll rent out my place, live here, can't be late for training. That'll work out.
Ticks a lot of boxes.
That ticks it every time. So I've gone in there, nice. I'm chuffed as nuts. So he's gone back to the chairman. Look, I'm going to sort it out. Gone chairman now. All right, you sit down, wait. I said, yeah, done. I have done it. Sorted out my own agree. Phone went off. My phone went off. Blared. And phone came in. Yeah, hello, is that Paul? I said, yeah. Where are you? What do you mean, where am I? This is Ian Bradford. I'm from Reading Football Club. I'm just signing on for Reading. Do not sign a thing. Yeah, but we've already negotiated. I don't care. Do not sign a thing. I'm coming for you now. I went, what? And when I mean now...
Who was it on the phone?
Ian Bradford. He was the manager of Reading Football Club.
Right, sorry, excuse me.
Had been promoted to Division 2 from 3, and apparently that was the team that Kerry Dixon used to play for. Known goal scorer, should I say. And I thought, bloody hell, how am I going to do this? before I knew it, bruv, in Bradford was down there. He was down outside. Come down, I'm here. But what
he sounds like a proper character.
No, I'm thinking, let me tell. He said, don't worry about that. I will let him know. Come on. And I'm over the light. I'm driving down the M4 back to Reading. It's about afternoon, evening. And I went, like, there's no training. He said, look, you're going to stay by me tonight. We go to train in the morning. I went, fucking hell. All right. And I looked at this house and I went, oh, got a few bob around there then. You know what I mean? Manager's house. I think it's all good. And I remember this, right, because I had a great sleep in this bed. And I remember I got up early in the morning there, going shower. And no word of a lie, I got up, 2 girls right outside my door, little girls, and they're standing there. And they started to scream. I put my hands up. Look, I haven't troubled them. I've not done nothing. I swear to God, I haven't done anything. I swear to God, I was fucking my life. I thought, nah, this is a setup. I don't know. I don't want anybody saying, they're just crying, they're just screaming. I went, no. And Mr. Brown came out and he said, girls. He's one of our players. It's Paul Canoville. They stopped. And what he said, I said, sorry, Canners, they've never seen a black man in the house before. I'm thinking, what the fuck have I come into then? Oh my God, what am I doing here? And that was the truth. I was like, oh God, please. Well, I've gone into the training ground, which was the Elm Park, not the majestic new stadium that Reading's got. Elm Park, it was a traditional old football club ground as well. But I've gone there, see the lads, they're in the centre circle, and right away, I've just got the ball and I'm giving everybody nuts. See you later, nuts. I'm doing everybody. 2-2. I'm getting this ball now. We're having 5 side. I'm getting this ball. I've received it. Next thing you know, I'm up in the air. I'm flying. I've calmed down. Are you fucking mad? Are we not teammates? Who the fuck tackling me like that? Well, then man one introduces it. Canners, mate. Yeah, all right, meet Terry Urlock. If you ain't heard of Terry Urlock, I call him gangster. He's one of the hardest. I know he was at Wimbledon. I know he was at Millwall. Trust me, they said that, but Graham Souness was hard. Nah, they talk rubbish. Terry Urlock was a jippo, and he was hard as knock, bruv. And when his brother played, any team you was in, you was glad to know you had him. I'm not going to lie to you. Check Juma. I'll tell you something. I was there, right? This is the first 2 weeks. And when I saw Terry leave in a jeans and a shirt, that's when he left us for training. He's gone home. But he's come back in those same jeans and a shirt. They're all torn. But, you know, if you don't know what those jippers are known for, this guy was fist for, proper fist. Every evening, every night. That's what he did. He'd come in torn up gear, equipment. We had to give him tracksuits. Yeah, every time. That's what this guy done. But, brother, hard as rock. Don't play with Terry, man. You was glad that he was in your side. And don't get me wrong, I signed. It's funny because even when that same thing happened, I said, yeah, all right, Kenneth, what do you want? And I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. Well, I want such and such. I want this.
Did you go in higher with a higher number?
No, I didn't, you know. For no reason. I just went, this is what I want. I want that. And I want car. Because now this is ready. I went, all right. He's got the names. He says, we can't get a car. I said, you can't get a car? Well, I might as well go down to Bradford because they're prepared to give me. So I said, all right, hold on, let me sort it out. So he's gone in, he's come back. All right, what we do, we give you what you want. We'll give you that signing fee, plus we'll give you a car, but it's sponsored. So I said, what do you mean by sponsored? He said, it'll have your name on it. I said, are you fucking mad? Me in London with a sponsored car on my name? No. That wouldn't last a day. Driving in London, Paul Canoville of Reading. Are you mad? Nah, mate. I'll tell you what, give me another 7 on it and I'll get my own car. And that's what happened. They did. You know, I put some money and I bought a new BM. So, you know what I mean? And the thing, because he wanted me to live in Reading, I said, nah. Too many one ways and this town don't look too kind of exciting for me, you know what I mean? I like London. And don't get me wrong. So I was commuting every time. let me tell you something. I was commuting from London, Walthamstow, I say, and to Reading, bloody hell. And I was used to leave out late. You'd have to be there training for like 10 o'clock, trust me. 1 minute after 10. They must have gone on holiday, like pre-season, on my fines. That's how bad. We went to Spain. I paid for that, bruv. I got fined regular. Yeah, that's how it was. That was me and Jilksy. Jilksy was there. Apparently he was there before me, and he was down at, on loan at Netherlands or Holland. He's come back and he's obviously saw me, knew about me, and I thought, oh, we ain't going to get on there because I'm in the same position. But we got in the house on fire, man, me and Jilks. We was like, yeah, Jilks, I'll pick you up. Come with me, drive down. I mean, driving from London M4 to Slough at 9:30 to arrive there 10 o'clock. Can you imagine what I'm... Oh, man, come on. So, but yeah, it was good. First 3 games, great stuff. 12 games, should I say, great stuff. We were second or third from the top. And his third game, 12 games, should I say, should I lie? We was playing Sunderland away, sorry. And I played at Sunderland, where I was the striker. And up front, I was having trouble with this centre-half. And I knew about him because he was at West Ham when I was at Chelsea. And I told him he was crap then. So, he's crap again. But he kept needling me, giving me knocks and pushing me. So an incident, the corner they had, and they kept me up. The ball came out to me, and he was right behind me, close. So I pulled him in, dragged him towards it, and as the ball came, I let it go from my legs, then the nuts, went to go round. At that time, he's tackling me knee high, so my weight's going right. He's tackling me and taking it left. Didn't think nothing for it. I went down. I don't know, I probably wasn't even in shock. I was in shock, but I didn't realise it enough. Looked at the cunt and I said, you're a wanker. Yeah, I'll do it again. So I tried to get up, and that's when my teammate said, now, Kenneth, just take your time.
What, they already knew it was a bad injury?
Yeah. And I said, what are you talking about? Let's go, let's take the free. Yeah, Kenneth, just be cool, just calm. No, I didn't see nothing, because I can't feel nothing. I don't see nothing. Like, nah. I've turned around and looked at the knee, and I looked at the leg and went, what the fuck? And it was like from the bottom, from the knee to the, the ankle. Oh, my God. It was facing one way, and the knee from head to top was facing the other way.
Jesus.
I dislocated my knee completely out. It's gone. It's shaking like that. I'm fucking like, what's that? Yeah, I know. But and I've just lost it. And what's going on? So they've rushed me in off of the pitch and straight in the ambulance. And remember distinctly because it was so like I was in there now and I started to feel pain. And I mean throbbing pain. And it was throbbing pain that I'm bawling. I look, please get me out, get this out, do whatever you got to do. What's happened now, because it's trapped, because dislocated, it's trapped the nerve and it's killing it. No blood going through. I've reached the hospital. I'm bawling out. Where's the doctor? He's on his way. What do you fucking mean he's on his way? So I'm taking all this and you see, look, but I'm telling them, you know what? Just cut it off. Cut it off. I'm actually telling them, cut my leg off, my knee. I'm like, so much pain. But I remember is really they put me to sleep. And I woke up and I was in the cast. And I thought, okay, it's all good.
Did you know at the time how serious of an injury it was?
I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go and get an operation and this knee's going to be back to normal. That's what I thought. Now, back in the day, well, now it's like keyhole operation. Back then, I expected that same thing, or
you're talking
send me abroad.
20 years in the surgery is a lot of advances, isn't it?
Very advanced.
It's very primitive back to when you were playing.
I thought, send me a club that deals with that injury. But a specialist came in, I remember it down in Sunderland, and he said, Mr. Canoville, how you doing? You're good. I'm going to tell you something, some serious... Because I was asking, look, when can I start playing again? He said, Mr. Canoville, you've had one of the worst injuries in football. The worst. Yeah, okay, but when can I start playing? He said, Mr. Canoville, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you continue playing professional football again. What? Nah. Come on, man, you ain't even seen the injury. I took it light. I told him, you must be joking. He said, no, I'm serious. So from there, I really, like we was talking about earlier about school. And yeah, me coming out of school at the age 14, same thing my mum was telling me about education. I didn't take any. So there I was now, I think, if I can't play football, what the hell am I going to do? I had nothing behind me. And I'm thinking, shit, I've got to be able to play football.
How old was you at this point?
23, 24. Yeah, 23. Yeah, 23 and a half. Because
so you technically haven't really even hit your prime as a footballer.
No,
you haven't hit your peak years.
I am feeling great. Look, put it like this. The manager, Ian Brett, already said, Paul, we only got you here for an investment. We would sell you on. That's what he said.
That simple.
He just said, Paul, you was only here for a little while. We were selling you on.
So they'd got you there literally just to package you, get you up, and then
get some money, yeah,
get a bigger fee.
There you is. That was how football was. So it was, that was a difficult period, man, because I was thinking, nah, man, what can I do? If I can't play football, I can't believe that. So it took a whole year, rehabilitation.
I suppose your mind's in bits as well. How do you refocus?
I have to get through this.
Yeah.
I have to. Even watching scenery, I'm thinking, I'm not even thinking the worst. I'm thinking, you can come back from this treatment. And I mean, as I said, rehabilitation took a whole year, riding bike up hills.
Have you still got, obviously, a long-term contract with Reading, a couple of years left on your deal?
It was like a 3 year. So, injured that first year, you got another second year, you've only got 1 more year. So, decisions are made to work and build this back up. And I mean, it worked. Trust me, I was in the bath, squeezing it up, trying to stretch the muscle and stretch it. Because once the muscle's set like that, you've got the help to stretch it so you can get that flexibility. Whereas now, this could fall right back, this can't. So
even now, you've still not got that flexibility.
It crushed my speed. My speed was my power.
Being on the left wing, your speed was everything. It's literally your bread and butter.
Gone down. So I had first game coming back as a sub. And
for Reading?
Yeah, for Reading. And it was against Bournemouth. And Harry Redknapp was the manager at Bournemouth at the time. So 2-2. I've come on. We're doing all right. I've come on. And there it was. I've been protecting the right knee. I've been protecting. So everything I went with the left. Until one situation, the ball came and it was on the right and I couldn't get the left of it. I've had to go in the tackle with this. So my head is going like, fucking hell, Paul, I can't do nothing. You can't ball out of this kind of, you've got to go. And I've gone in it 50-50. I thought, yeah, didn't hurt. Fuck it, that was it. I'm back. Played on, it's great. Till after we finished and we were in the changing room.
Swelled up.
Balloon. Like a balloon. And he done that every game.
So after every game, you'd have to ice your knee for a week, maybe 3 or 4 days before you can train.
Madness. So the managers just said, Kenneth, you know what? No disrespect. I'm going to let you know we're not going to renew your contract. It's up to you whether you want to continue playing on. We're not going to get into the first team. If you'd like to retire now, then we'll give you a payout and sort it out from there. Those words were really...
At 24 years of age?
That was hard for me.
I can imagine.
Because I had to make a decision to retire, and I did. I said I couldn't take that.
Not that, it's all your dreams, aspirations, and everything you've worked for.
Yeah, it was gone. It was taken away just like that. And I don't know. I don't know where I was going. I said, look, I'll take the payout, I'll retire. I was at home, and then when I was still really playing the nightlife, the footballer's life, going out, coming back late in the night.
I suppose you're in a trap and of a routine where you had the finances and money to do that and the time to do that. Well, everybody wants to be your mate when you're winning.
You know that. Everybody's being your mate. How you doing, Kenneth? And it was a case of everybody asking me, do you miss it, playing? And I was in denial. Yeah. So, nah, I don't miss the game. You're joking. I was missing it.
Look at me, I'm living, but deep down you're in turmoil.
Yeah, I was missing it bad. So you can see, imagine I was like going out, coming in. Now I've got to find a 9-to-5 job. I've got fine because I've got bills. I found a job.
You're still Canners. You're still the
I
man
know
that everybody
Using
knows.
But that's not reliable. Nobody's going to be helping you pay your bills and such as much as you would like to.
You being Canners is not going to pay your bills.
Not helping at all.
Yeah.
It just went, nah, I had to find a job. And that took a while, but I found one. It was a delivery man for Group 4. And it was picking up parcels from offices and companies.
How did you deal with that? I know you dealt with it because you had to. Like you said, you got bills to pay. But in the back of your mind, how do you? 2 or 3 years ago, you're as you said, playing in Division 1, would be the Premier League for Chelsea.
You see, for me, and this is what I understood, is that when becoming a footballer, you get taught, get trained, to be a footballer, a professional footballer. But for after the game, you don't get taught after the game what to expect. That's what I'm saying. You're left, and that's what all pros. Obviously, today's pros are up to that money that they have there. They can find a business over. But back then, when I was playing, you didn't get taught that.
The PFA now and the things there for the players that retire now. It's in a fantastic place. When you retired, and we're going back sort of 20 years ago, was it the same? I
think the PFA was there, but you didn't know about the PFA's involvement or what they was actually there for to do. I didn't even know that the PFA was taking out some money from your account every month. That's what they
for your pension fund.
Well, your pension fund. I wasn't aware of that, and it was really after, in a few years. If you needed help at hard times, and many times I have hard time, you can ask the PFA. They sort out. But then that was my pride. My pride came into it. I didn't want people to know and help me out. But then I got depressed, was in depression, another denial. I just didn't think I could be ever depressed.
I think that comes down to the nightlife and the lifestyle choices you're making.
Nah.
Along with having too much time on your hands.
I don't think it was a time, yes, you do have that time on your hand, but what was changing was now I can't play football. Where am I going to get ends meet? Where am I going to get my...
So you've got the pressures financially as well as the dreams and aspirations being crushed.
They're gone and moved.
Gone.
And the next thing, I got involved in drugs. And it was crack cocaine. It was so easily given to me, and I don't know why I took it. It was a case of...
Do you think it was an escapism for you?
Well, I didn't know if it was an escape at the time because I didn't know what it was doing. But what it did do, it enhanced my whole emotions where I'd forget of bills and forget anything I was going through. But those bills had never gone away. They were still there. They were just building up. I allowed that to control me. My kids were growing up. I didn't want them to know. It was a case
someone such a proud man who'd been somewhere so high to see yourself falling that low.
Yeah.
What did you think about the circumstances when you was in it?
It was, if your pride gets in, mate, you're embarrassed. I don't want anybody to know what's going on with me. As I said, the drugs was taking over. It took over my body. I wanted more and more. I'm using that all. My retirement money in the bank is going down.
As well as all your contacts and...
everything.
Yeah.
I'm now, when I didn't have the money, I'm making excuses. I'm phoning friends. I'm phoning family members. I'll sort you out next week. I'm just waiting for a check. Fucking what check? I don't have a check. But from his helping me to get drugs, I got the drugs. But as I said, everybody wanted to help, but it was about myself wanted to help me.
When you wanted to change, when you needed to make the change for yourself.
I had to do it, not anybody else. And it took its time. I went detox and then I got into a rehab.
How long would the process be from being at your lowest point, so obviously after your retirement from the professional game, to being addicted to, in your own words, to crack cocaine and substances? How long was that process from that to then rehab to getting back to normal to back to being Canners again?
That was like, I'll be honest, that was about 86 I retired. And it never took presence of the crack cocaine in I would say it was 1999.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, and this is the time where it was really a full-scale epidemic for that drug in a lot of boroughs and
it was.
suburbs around the country.
I didn't know nothing about it until that. Trust me, and it was like, wow. It's no Morris. It's Morris in a way. Like, you had to provide for that, no matter what. So when I was begging, receiving, but like not making excuse and then disappearing and hiding, you can imagine, right? I was like, Paul, something's not right here. You need to get it mastered. But
I think you're trying to replace that buzz you used to get from football, Paul. And I know you can't replace the banter, but
you can't.
The adulation and
that's why I said, when people said, "Oh, you missed the game," and I was telling them, no, but I was. Come on, man. I grew up. Look how far I fought so hard to be here. And from an incident, it was taken away from me.
Do you hold the person responsible for that bad tackle in the back of your mind? Do you hold a grudge against them for what happened,
right?
And the path that then spiraled you down?
That's a difficult one, because he came in, he apologised, and I said, "Nah, it's not your fault." But
would that be after the game?
It was, yeah. It was your fucking fault. That's a bad tackle. It took me above the knee. You put me here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I didn't speak out at all with it. You know what I mean? There's a gentleman who said, "You know what? This is a gentleman's game. It's football. Come on." Taken over. Depression, drugs.
How long did that process last? That whole spell?
It was about, you could say, if I say, from 89 going on to 96. That was my first bout of cancer.
A good chunk, prime chunk of your time as a young man, as a young adult, was spent it took
its toll. It really was taking its toll, and I allowed that. So, yeah,
were the clubs you'd played for or been around of any help for you at this time with what circumstances you were going through?
None at all. Pardon me. There was none at all. I didn't tell anybody, so as I said, I didn't want nobody to know. And even when I went in rehab, done the full course, it was meant, I felt below myself because I felt like I was going back to school. You know what I mean? But this is for your benefit. This is for you to help me. And that's what I had to do. I enjoyed, because it was making me obviously open up. And when opening up, I was talking to social worker, or what's the word?
Counsellor.
Now, I've never talked to a counsellor and shared my business, because we've been grown up to not tell anybody. That's from my mum. Any problems that you have in this house, it stays in this house. So therefore, I didn't open up at all. So, and this is one of the programs in the rehab that you had to abide with. If you didn't, you're thrown out. So I had to abide that. Now, I found that difficult because the guy I was talking to is a young white boy, and he'd asked me, "Paul, why are you here?" I thought, that's a fucking obvious kind of answer. I've got a drug problem. Why do you fucking think I'm here? I mean, why do you want to be? I went, are you for real? No, this guy was upsetting me.
Did he want you to explain the circumstances around what had happened?
I don't know if you want it, but if you're going to tell me, then ask me that. Don't tell me why.
Ask you a metaphor question.
That makes sense. Where do you think we are? That really was such a silly question to me, I thought.
Yeah.
That this guy, no, it's not right. I don't think he's understanding the culture of where I'm coming from. So I just thought, you know what? No disrespect. Me and you ain't going to get on. I'm going to go back. He said, look, if you leave here right now, you'll be thrown out. So, well, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to sit down there. That's your benefit. I said, okay, let's sit down there for the hour. And I did. Kept quiet, looking at the clock. Here you go. Hour's done. Thanks a lot. See you later. I went straight to the office. I said, look, I've no disrespect. I'm not racist, but you need to get a black counsellor. He's going to understand.
Do you feel someone that you could relate to more?
Exactly. I need that.
Understand your frame of mind, maybe.
I'm not disputing counselling this, but you need to get somebody I can relate with. Simple as. Yeah. And they did. They got somebody. I ain't gonna lie though. I gave him a hard time as well. He asked me the same thing. I said, what the fuck is this? well, where do you think I am?
Must be their go-to question.
Oh, it must be, because I was like, what the? But till the brother hit a point, and he hit it hard. And he said, Paul, do you think the reason for your behaviour that is because of your mother? And I was like, how dare you? Would you know my mum? Are you fucking mad? But you know what? So I was having a go at him, but he was right.
Yeah, he kind of hit the nail on the head with it.
He hit the nail proper. You know what I mean? We're talking about how many kids I have and the mother, and you want to be close, and you're feeling this for them. Everything he said was on point. And bruv, because he was on point, I was then able to open up.
And buy into what he was saying.
Bruv, he was.
Yeah.
It was deeply right on point as how I felt, and I started opening up and talking. I ain't gonna lie to you, I look forward to him coming. That's how bad it was getting on. And that wasn't a bad thing. So for me, if I was to tell anybody like, I talk to a counsellor, you're joking, Paul, you, that delegates, yeah. But they're there, they can help. They can play a part. And they did for me. So all that burden I was carrying, it was on my shoulders, now being released. Oh man, I'm free to talk. My brain's on work mode. I'm ready. Coming out that 4 months I was there, but I was getting pains for 2 weeks, constantly waking up 2 o'clock, same
addiction
time.
Pains.
Every minute. I don't know if it's addiction pain. I was getting up with pain, 2 o'clock every morning. But my bed was soaking wet. Like somebody threw a bucket. That's how bad. And 2 o'clock, I'm taking ibuprofen tablets on the empty bolus. Every time, every hours. I must have took 6 on the night. And I used to wake up automatically from that position, think that, yeah, that's all right. But I did it for 2 weeks. That pain, every 2 o'clock, bam, 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 I couldn't take it no more. So I've asked him, you know what I mean, I had to ask permission to leave out the building. So I've asked him, I need to see the doctor. I'm in pain. Said, yep, go ahead. Went down there and to repeatedly taking tablets, having to sit up, right, and to sleep that way. Enough was enough that I asked to go to the doctor, get permission to go to the doctor. I went to the doctor and was expressing the repeated actions to him, that I told him that I was having these pains in a certain area, in the groin and sweating, that right away he said, hold on, and he phoned the hospital and explained to them this is what the guy had, the symptoms. He said he's got to go in the hospital now. And I was like, well, why? You've got to go to the hospital now.
That serious?
It's that serious. And I couldn't understand. I was concerned, but not concerned, thinking, well, come on, what is it? Got to the hospital and said, look, yep, like to sign some forms and we'll operate tomorrow. And I think, operate on what? We're doing some operations tomorrow. We can tell you then. I'm like,
but why are they operating if they can't tell you what they're operating?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I'm thinking, what is that all about? But right now, I can only see for the way that was going on, this is important. I need to sign for any waiver, anything. There we go. I didn't even tell anybody, you know what I mean? That's just so, because I'm straight from a rehab to the hospital. And here I am at an operation, woke up in the morning. I'm not knackered, but I'm just weak.
From the anaesthetic?
Anaesthetic.
Yeah.
It's giving me, I'm at the bed, and then after a little while, specialists or doctors come up to me and say, hi, the operation went well. Just to let you know, you've had cancer. What?
Wow.
Yeah, you've had the known Hodgkin's disease, a very fast spreading, takes to your immune system. Apparently,
Jesus.
that if it took it rapidly, there was no way we could fight it. I know, what? So I'm thinking, I'm a fit lad, I'm not too long retired, and I'm playing football, still playing long league, but she said, look, this it's been known that it's taken to men between the ages of 35 to 40, apparently. Yeah. Didn't know. 35th, yeah. I said, all right, so, you know, I mean, what's the remedy? What's the cure? He said, yeah, we do have that. It's chemotherapy. And I went, let's go then. Now, I didn't understand chemotherapy. I just thought it was like penicillin. I'm not going to lie to you.
You take the medicine, you go
Take
home.
medicine, go home, innit?
Yeah.
You paracetamol, whatever, you go home.
I suppose if you've not dealt with something like this before, or have been around it.
Now, I've never seen anybody. I've never known anything about this cancer. Never. So it was, I said, yeah, the chemo feedbacks, drawbacks from it. That when you have this, you can lose your hair. I went, lose your hair? And I went, nah, mate, it's talking, no way. Yeah, and you could become ill very easily because your immune
system's low.
Is low, and it's lower than any kids right now because this chemo, as much as it gets the bad, it kills the good cells. This is what this chemo does. And I thought, you know what, that's cool. Let's go. I'm ready. Trust me, bro. I had the first week because I was having chemo and radiotherapy, both of them. So I'm having it the first week. Then I had it once, was it twice every 2 weeks or something like that? I was having it, and I was having the drip with the arm. And let me tell you something. When I finished with that chemo, it took about 2 hours. It had to go slowly into your system. I felt like I was 75, 8 years old.
Serious?
I felt like, so I was 35. I remember distinctly. I felt like 75, 80, like I was really old. The capita was in me. I'm walking around. I mean, it must have been in there for about 3-4 weeks, something like that. And my mum was getting married, but she refused to get married because she wanted to look after me. I said, okay. I went down by her mum's, and that's cool. And then I started to get, I felt stronger. Started to stay by my son's mum. And it's funny, I caught a cold. And a little cold, it's snivelling to and so forth. And like, because I remember especially telling me about if you get a cold, you need to come back to the hospital right away. I thought, yeah, all right. But this is the cold, right? Come on, man. You know your mum deals with that. Honey and lemon, little paracetamol.
Normally a cold, you wouldn't think twice about just getting on with things, would you?
So I'm sorting that out. I'm taking this, but you know what? Another 2 weeks has gone by. This is not going. Well, I went to sleep, woke up in the morning. And when I woke up in the morning, I couldn't move my body. I was trying to move my leg, trying to move my arms at the side. All I could move was my neck, literally. I was even paralysed there. And I'm telling my lady, I said, look, babe, I think something's wrong here. She said, what done, Mr. I said, seriously, I can't move my body. Poor darn joke. I said, babe, I'm serious. I can't move my body. Now, she had to phone the ambulance. And she phoned the ambulance right away. And they make it noise. Could you make him his way down? Are you not fucking hearing? The guy is paralysed. Get down here now. Now, I didn't understand the seriousness of this. Because they got me in that ambulance. And trust me, I'm now going in and out like coma. I just reached the hospital in the nick of time where they was able to give me some innocent.
We're talking literally life or death
Yeah,
time.
This is life or death. I was like literally gone until they reached the hospital. And my mum's the only person to curse me. She's the only person that really shouted at me because no other woman, I'm allowed you to shout at me. But this woman, who's a specialist, I allowed her. She cursed me. How dare you? I told you how friendly this is. It's not about how, why are you stupid enough to? And I had to take it. And I took it for the reason why, because she was a Chelsea supporter.
And she was right.
Yeah, she was right. One time. This was serious. I never knew how serious. But when I tell you, at times when that, and your hair, yeah, my hair did drop out. I've never been bald. I couldn't see myself. I'm still a young lad and being bald. I was like, when that dropped out of my hand, I phoned the barbers immediately, and like nobody was there. And when I took my hat off, he was, Paul, what happened? I had to tell him I've got cancer. He was so shocked. So when he shaved the whole of my hair, it was like, I wouldn't come out of my house. for that. No, couldn't come out of the house. I've never had anything like that. Nah, I was too shocked. And when I say my face was drawn, my body was drawn, the rumours were that I had AIDS. That's what it was. I had AIDS. I didn't tell nobody until I eventually told the two of my colleagues who we played music with. I told them the situation. And they were shocked. I said, man, you need anything? I said, no, I don't want to be people going around me because I'm sick. Then starting to look up. No, I don't need that shit. And that was it. For me, that was really hard. Because it was like the treatment is every other 2 weeks, and the same thing I felt like. I just thought, oh my gosh, man.
And you know what's coming every 2 weeks,
Every
right?
2
you
weeks,
know,
man.
you know that's going to be.
Oh, that drains, bruv.
Yeah, I can
It
imagine.
really did drain. And
I can imagine.
I think what you see that situation there, it wasn't that illness of cancer was taken. What I thought was by the elderly. It now was hitting youngsters, young people. It was coming.
It's always going to be someone else. It's always
young.
When it hits you, it's a different feeling.
It was such a shock, man. I just couldn't accept it, and I think, no way. But I had to take this for nearly 6, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. We're talking about, I had 6 at a time. Treatments everywhere. I was like, boy. Till pardon me. One time I just went, you know what? I had a son, and young lady that was pregnant for me. She had my daughter already. Now she's got another son. I thought, this is building up. This is great for me, because I decided, you know what? If she's gonna have my child, I'm gonna marry her, get this over. You know what I mean? Settle down. I was working, delivery job, getting my life back together, and then phone call when I was working. Look, Ty's gone in hospital. Ty Junior. I said, what's going on? There's some difficulties. He needs to go in now. So it was kind of a concern where he is. Left the work, so I went straight down. Went to Children's Hospital, Ormond's Hospital. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And went in there, saw the doctor, and the doctor's telling us, look, a little difficulty with his actual good cells, but he's got vents in the chest. And the chest has 2 vents. One flows out the red, one flows out the oxygen. But he was only left with one tube, should I say. So they was going to operate. I said, yep, but he's going to be needing 24-hour care. We said, no problem, we'll do that. That's what we're prepared to do. With that, coming back to me and the mother and saying, no, we can't operate. What do you mean? It's just 2 weeks. He wouldn't last it. So what are you saying? He'll die in the next 10 days. And to me, I think everything for me that time, what I was doing, I should have been dead. I was taking hard drugs. I was doing some stupidness. I shouldn't be here. So that was the time I was looking above. I said, don't take him, take me. And I couldn't believe that they could tell me that. Like, he was prepared to operate, and now you're telling me you're not operating. What the fuck's that with me? Ty, and I call it was Ty Paul Jr. And this boy, and I've got, older boys, but this boy was the spitting image of me. So hearing that, it didn't go down too well. And to be honest with that, I relapsed, went back on drugs again.
Suppose with that news and everything that's happened, the
takes...
escapism, and the only thing your mind was probably thinking was, I need to blot out this reality.
It just hit me home, and for nothing, just counting the days and thinking, they might be wrong, because I had to give him his medicine every 4 hours, so I slept downstairs with him while the mum was in her bed, because just to make no noise and wake him up. And I was giving his medicine every 4 months. You can hear by trying to breathe and cough in his little chest and thing. And it was the day when we went to register him. And we registered him, and he started coughing. And it was really, everybody was turning around. Is the baby all right? Nobody knew. We was getting upset. And we knew it was a time that we need to rush into hospital because something's not right. And when you rush to the hospital now, and the doctor's there, and the doctor's, checking on him, and the doctor just looked at us and then shaked his head. Yeah, and then I had tie in my arms, and his last air went. I've seen that, when you see something on telly that you see one person's dying from his last breath, but this was real. His last breath, and yellow come out his mouth, and it was like, boy, I was gone. I was literally gone. I remember that as soon as they took him and coffin, had to be ordered. I was gone. I went looking for smoke. I did. Looking for drugs. That in itself was, too much to take, that one. Yeah, fuck that one.
So sorry for your loss, Paul.
Nah, it's cool because it's see it now. And what it been in. Remember the funeral? It was this little coffin that I was carrying. It was like, oh my God, happened to be yours.
It's been one of the hardest things for a parent to deal with,
Boy,
for a man to deal with.
You don't realise that, do you, when you lose a family member?
No.
You always look like, you see, oh, it's auntie such and such, and you say, oh, you're there playing your, you know what I mean? Condolences. But right now, when it's your flesh, yeah, that was hard, man. And I was on a rapido. I was a non-caring. I think, fuck. But you know what?
Suppose you're numb from what's happened, and you're struggling to deal and take it all in as well, and the reality of where you're at, and your wife, and the problems that every family's had to deal with magnify when you've got something like that happening.
Yeah. Ooh. Just, you know what? I went on a wild rampage, but I had the strength to, you know what? I can't do this because I'm not happy, really. And this is for my kids, because my kids were strong, they were good. I don't think they knew exactly what was going on with me, to be honest. Some did, but I had to do this for my kids, and I took myself back into rehab, got another rehab outside near Norwich. And yeah, that was they moved down to Hastings, a place, and don't get me wrong, I think the true me came out in this one. But a couple of guys that was in there with the same problem, but going on like they was fucking top man. I said, you don't want to fuck with me. With people eyeballing when we're in a circle and think, yeah, you want some? Come on in. And you can't do that because any kind of violence, you'd be thrown out. This is about my care.
It's about your recovery, not about
anybody else's.
Anything else.
So I had to think about that. Once again, counselling, it helped. Look forward to it. I knew the procedure now. I knew what I had to do. Then, that was 2006, 2004 now. Came back 2004, 2003, 4. I got them pains again. Not received, I got those pains again in the groin, and I knew right away, this ain't right. The fuckers come back, I know it. And I went, no, please. So obviously I had to go and see the doctor. The nearest doctor was obviously for them, was back in London. That didn't help really, because being in Hastings and
You're away from all the bad
All the way.
elements. You're away from your
Exactly.
so-called
My
mates
home,
and
yeah.
old habits and whatever
That's
else.
right. So I don't want to go there, but I have to go there. And went down, and he told me, yeah, it has come back. I took my young daughter's mum along for me to give me support. And I kind of refused. I mean,
What, the treatment?
Yeah, they told me you're going to have to take.
Is that because of
Chemo.
how bad the chemo was for you the first
because
time?
they gave me it last time. I just weren't prepared to take it again. I was prepared to just take my life. That's what I was thinking. I couldn't go for that again. And I'm so glad that she did come, because she gave me a rollicking as well. She told me right off how selfish I'd been. What about your kids? You're not thinking about them. How do you think? Oh, she was right.
Rightly so as well.
Yeah, she was right. She was definitely right. Trust me. That was like, I was dead on. No, I don't give a toss. I was prepared to keep walking on the street until it just took hold of me, and I didn't care where I was too weak and gone. That's what I was prepared to do.